So, Sameer, you must have worked with hundreds of leaders in your illustrious career. What are the basic skills and qualities you look for in a leader?
Some hygiene principles like empathy and integrity, which go without saying. You need to make sure that you have empathy and integrity as a leader. But I think the five basic principles, at least, which have worked for me over the years, which I've learned from a lot of leaders that I've worked with. Number one is executive presence. I think people discount the fact that dressing up well, making sure that you can talk well, making sure that you can listen well is very important. I think number two is your ability to be strategically agile. And when I say strategically agile, I mean, leaders tend to spend time on building a strategy and saying, this is my strategy for the next 3 years. But the world is changing, especially in technology, the world is changing very fast. You need to keep fine-tuning your strategy and have the courage to say, this is not going to work now. I think number three is execution. I personally spend a lot of time in inspecting how teams are executing. One of my leaders used to tell me, trust is good, but inspection is better, right? And do you have a plan B, right? Or a plan C for that matter, when you're executing. Fourth is innovation. Not every leader is innately innovative, right? Some leaders are extremely innovative. So those who are extremely innovative will bring new ideas to the table themselves. But if you're not, and you accept that fact, and you know your shortcomings, get people in your team and foster that innovation. People in your team who can be innovative. And lastly, I think this is one area which I have seen I'm not very good at, which I think a lot of people need to build in this matrixed environment. So if you look at organizations today, extremely matrixed. So how do you make sure that you work well with your peers? How do you make sure that you leverage your peers versus wanting to do everything on your own?
Yeah. So, what is your view on what sort of culture you want to have in the teams that you're working with, and how important is that for you?
Oh, it's very important. I need to feel like coming to office every day, right? So I need to foster a culture where I feel good about coming to office on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? So first is transparency, right? I am not of the belief personally that if you have a bad mood, you should hide it. If you have a good mood, you should still be very calm. I'm of the simple belief you are what you are as a leader. Be authentic, right? Be what you are and show your team what your authenticity is. So that's my belief in culture. And I would like everybody in my team to also be in a similar way, right? Have a culture of authenticity. Work hard, but party harder, right? So I think make sure that you are spending enough time on getting what you are expected to get out of the organization, or the organization expects from you. But make sure you have enough fun while doing this. So I think those are the 2-3 areas.